Slow first set for Reeser, turned it on in the second. She starts off the third. From the back, Bierman missed it wide left.
Right now, Samford picking on DeMar just a little bit in serve receive. Let's see how she reacts to the pressure.
Furman brought back a ton of experience from last year, but DeMar, who they went at again, is a freshman. It worked again as the cross-court swing went wide from Holland.
DeMar doing a better job of getting that pass where it needed to be. I talked about 3 options. That time, she had 3 options.
Wilkes, and another miss hit for the Paladins. They have gone wide 3 straight times, and the Bulldogs are out to a 3-0 lead in the set.
From Michelle Young up off the bench, telling her squad to settle down.
These just mental mistakes?
They are. They are. They know how to win.
Greenwald with the kill.
And what you don't want to do is to try and get to, or I should say, what you want to do to try and get back into your groove is to continue hitting. Fisher that time just went up and open hand tipped it.
Michelle Young obviously agrees with you. Her point to the players was be aggressive. She said be aggressive 3 or 4 times prior to that service error for the Bulldogs. Which if it wasn't for that, Samford could easily be up 2-0. The serves have really bit them. Blocked by Gregory, point for Furman.
Officials today are doing a nice job of calling this game very fairly.
Here is DeMar. Andrea Fisher. Bognar, who's got a match best 11 kills, didn't pick up one on her first swing. They'll give it to her again. Eventually, it's Fisher who wins it for the Paladins. 3 straight for the Paladins after digging themselves a 4-0 hole.
And Fisher, on a side note, her parents drove all the way here to watch their daughter play today.
All the way from Burlington, Ontario. And they've watched her team pick up 4 straight to even this set. Bognar collects her first kill of this set.
Nice job by Bognar to take it up and over Wilkes' head. Nice deep line shot.
Carter missed it. 2nd straight service error for Chelsea Carter going back to the last set.
One of the things you will notice is how high she tosses the ball. You only get 1 toss on your serve, so you gotta make it a good one.
That was a great serve. First lead of the set for the Paladins, and the first time this match, the lead has changed hands in a set.
Frappier, one of their substitutions, a serving specialist and defensive specialist for the Paladins.
Point back on the swing from Russell.
Russell's got to get more involved this set for the Samford Bulldogs squad.
Tied at 6 in the 3rd set. Tied at 1 set apiece. Wilkes tried to catch the Bulldogs sleeping. Bognar turned away. And it's Greenwald who registers the point, giving the Bulldogs the lead back.
One of the things we talked about earlier was Wilkes needs to be offensive, especially with her being in the front row right now. Nice job to create that opportunity for her team.
Still going right at DeMar on those serves. This time it works out for the Paladins. Fisher comes up with the kill. Led the league with 3.9 a set in conference play this year. Coming off a double-double in the semifinal win, the 5-setter yesterday over Western Carolina. Here's Bognar now. Fisher keeps it alive, and it goes out of play.
Frappier, if she had another foot or two, might have been able to chase that ball into the stands. A nice hustle by Furman.
20-year-old sophomore out of Charlotte to serve here, Maddie Newsom. Gregory missed it badly. 9-7 Bulldogs.
Uncharacteristic of Gregory to swing that far out of bounds.
Third error in 9 swings for Gregory. Part of the block right there. First time really in a set and a half that we've seen Samford a little out of sync.
Yeah, they really do anchor their defense around Carter. That time Carter doing a great job of getting that ball up. But unfortunately, TJ Russell being on the floor couldn't make a good play on that ball.
Here's Bognar stepping into one. And now Bierman. It's the 4th time, maybe the 5th. Furman has missed it to that side of the floor.
They're scouting that well because that's what's being given to them. They just have to be able to ball placement on our swing, be able to take that a little bit inside that sideline.
Another service error for the Bulldogs. This one from the freshman Russell gets the Paladins back within 1.
We can see that momentum not shifting to either side right now.
It's the first set that's been even from the get-go here. Samford jumped up 4-0. Furman went right back with 4 straight. And it's been no larger than 2, the margin since then. Wilkes saves it back in, coming right back at us. And here's Reeser, first kill of this set.
Reeser, nice job showing why she deserves first team all SoCon honors, one-on-one opportunity. Getting a nice kill there.
Timeout for the Paladins. The lead has grown back to 3. It is 12-9 Bulldogs. A little bit of extra coaching for Reeser, who now has 7 kills in the match. She's 3 away from tying a Samford record. 1,614 kills right now for her career. And here's the 1,614th.
With a one-on-one opportunity like that, Reeser's gonna go up. She's gonna connect, and she should be scoring every single time.
4-time all-conference player now, Reeser. This is what the stats look like through 2.5 sets here. 8 more kills for the Bulldogs. The service errors are the big number here. The majority were in the first set, but now that service error is starting to come back up again for the Bulldogs, despite the fact that they're up 3 here in this set.
And that's really what's keeping Furman alive right now. Furman not being able to do much with the number of service errors that Samford has right now, but Samford got to be able to connect when they make a good play and keep that momentum.
The all-important third set and a best of 5. Here's the sophomore Erica Pfeiffer, and that's the 13th service error.
We call that a coach's thank you. Coach calls timeout. We always want to ice the server.
Yeah, and you coaches always want to just take credit for that too.
Absolutely.
Sure, why not? Reeser comes back, dug by Wilkes. Reeser again, 8th kill of the match.
You will notice on both sides when the setters take the ball, the liberos take the second ball. That's one of the things that they've practiced all along that time. Carter doing a nice job of setting her hitters up for success.
Here comes Bognar. That just clipped it on the inside. That's a point for the Bulldogs.
Bognar, she's going back to what she was successful previously, is that deep line shot.
Samford's won 4 out of the last 5 points to match their largest lead of the set. And now they've got their largest lead of the set, blocked back down for a 5-point lead.
And that's going to be a confidence builder right there. Greenwald with a stuff block. Nice stuff solo block, if that.
15-10 is our score. Darren Goldwater alongside Carolyn Eisberg. Samford's won 5 of the last 6 points of this match after Furman had gotten back to within 1. You're right, the solo block from Greenwald.
And you can tell how enthused and how much energy Samford plays with when they make such a big play. Deck Schroeder, I'm sure, is talking about that and how they need to keep that momentum and work on that momentum to finish out and be the first to 20.
Maybe it's a little weight off their shoulders after getting swept Samford in the championship last year. The fact that they got set number 2, they can relax here a little bit and say, okay, we're not getting swept out of this championship match here. Let's just kind of do our thing. And we've seen it because they came out to a 4-point lead early in this set, then they faced a little adversity. Furman got 4 straight, and it didn't shake the confidence of the Bulldogs at all.
I don't think that confidence is one of the things that Samford lacks. Anchored by the confidence of Chelsea Carter in the backcourt.
Probably the most vocal of the teams in the Southern Conference.
One of the things Deck said was, this is the type of kid you want to go to war with. They're showing that right now.
Miss hit. The freshman Holen extends Samford's lead, 16-10.
Holen had a success yesterday with that same shot. Got a snap on top of the ball.
Go back to their senior Fisher. Now Greenwald. Bognar. Dig from the freshman DeMar. Try Bognar again. Fisher finishes off the point. A badly needed point for the Paladins after 4 straight for the Bulldogs.
What I like about that play is Fisher went up strong. Even though she didn't have any sort of approach on that ball, she swung very hard. Carter just not able to control the defense on her side of the court.
Team best 9th kill for Fisher. Match high 14 kills for Bognar for Samford. All freshman member DeMar trying to get the Paladins on a run. That'll help the block. Stuffed down. Bolander was 1 of 2 right there.
Bolander is in game mode. I like that. You can celebrate inward towards your team. You just cannot celebrate across the net.
That one may have been going long anyway. It was touched, however, by Furman.
And that's a split-second decision as to whether or not the block touched that ball. She just had to go for it.
Chelsea Carter is due. After service errors on her last 2, she keeps this one in play and then picks up a dig. Gregory turned away. Point for the Bulldogs. Lead's as big as it's been here in the set.
That's a tough ball to set with her running backwards and having to set forward. Your body and your momentum's going in one direction and you're trying to set the ball in the other.
7th nationally in aces per set. Clips the net. Point for Furman.
Ah.
Now you've been hit.
In play. Getting us involved in that action. He said it wasn't a good match until we get hit.
We've each gotten one now. Reeser elevates and puts one into the net.
Nice job by Gregory reading that backcourt hitter. Furman trying to chip away at the Samford lead.
But that'll extend the lead. Frappier with the service error. I believe that's just the 4th for the Paladins. Fisher swung long.
Fisher a ball just a little bit behind her head on that swing. That's why she swung just a little bit too long.
6-point lead in the 3rd set, tied at 1 for the Bulldogs. Here comes Bognar, turned away by Wilkes and Gregory. It's a point for the Paladins.
One of the things you'll notice is the defense on Samford. They're playing a rotation defense, which means their right back player is up behind the block for those tips. That's not available to Furman.
Knuckling serve, and that ball just laid up there perfectly for Gregory, and 2 straight for the Paladins.
Gregory's had a nice couple of overpasses this whole tournament, and boy, when she gets that opportunity, she puts that ball away.
Another one. 2 straight, served right up to Gregory, and the Paladins are back within 3.
A little jawing at the net. Gregory says, I'll take another one of those. Thank you very much.
And a timeout for Samford.
Smart timeout for Deck Schroeder. Don't want to give them the momentum after such a lovely play like that.
We haven't seen Furman get too vocal as we just saw the Paladins after those back-to-back kills from the player of the year, Gregory. And you could sense the momentum really swelling on the side of the Paladins. That's certainly why Schroeder took a timeout.
Absolutely. Definitely, we talked about the dynamics of these 2 squads, and Furman very even-keeled. They play very level, don't go up and down like a roller coaster, and Samford just riding the wave of energy and excitement.
If you're just joining us, you talk about a roller coaster. That's exactly how Samford got here. They lost 4 straight to end the regular season before winning their regular season finale to earn the 2 seed. Then Samford had to win a 5-setter in the quarterfinals before cruising in the semis. Furman got pushed to a 5-setter in the semifinals yesterday by the only other team to beat them this year, Western Carolina, but escaped the Catamounts, winning the final 3 sets. So we've got the top 2 seeds here in this championship match, separated by 3 points in a 3rd set. Service continues here for Fisher. Part of the 2011 Canadian national team, part of the first team all Southern Conference team this year. Bognar ends that service, and Samford's within 4 of a 2-1 lead.
Bognar going back to her bread and butter right now, that line shot. Frappier just having a lot of difficulty defending against that.
16 kills now for Bognar. She had 13 in the 3-set win yesterday. Bierman turned away. Gregory finishes it off. Carolyn, you wanted to see more from Ashton Gregory, and you have seen just that in the last 5 minutes.
The tough thing about a player of the year is that she only gets 3 rotations on the court, so she's got to make the most out of them when she's on the court. Looked
like Carter was set to take that one. Her teammates told her to let it go. 22-18 Bulldogs.
That's tough for Sosha to come in. She's a serving specialist. She's got to go back there and earn some points for her Paladin squad.
Bulldogs glanced over at Dex Schroeder, called the play, and here we go. It's a point for the Paladins.
That'll work well for Poland's confidence. Nice job going up, running that slide again. If you blinked, you missed it.
She had a couple of miss hits early on in the set. Good to see her get back on track. Mites with the point for the Bulldogs.
Mites on her 8th kill of the match, hitting 250. One of the contributors of this squad right now.
Samford can taste this set here. They're within 2 of a 2-set-to-1 lead. Poland with the swing. Here's Reeser. It's out. It's a point for the Bulldogs.
Bolander just has to turn those hands in when she's on that right side pin. That time she reached out and followed Reeser off the court. Reeser doing a nice job.
Within a point of a 2-sets-to-1 lead, Pfeiffer sends it long and keeps the Paladins in this set.
Right now, Furman's just got to defend.
Another set point. Reeser finishes it off with her Samford record-tying 1,617th kill. And the one that ties the record puts the Bulldogs within a set of sending her back to the NCAA tournament. The 2014 Southern Conference Volleyball Championship is brought to you by Geico, General Shale, and Arby's. Well, the second-seeded Bulldogs have won back-to-back sets and are within 1 set of a return trip to the NCAA tournament, their first since the 2011 season. With Carolyn Eisberg, I am Darren Goldwater, and we are at the home of the UNCG Spartans, Fleming Gymnasium, the predetermined host site for the Southern Conference tournament. The host knocked out in the semifinals, just like last year when the host Furman was knocked out in the semifinals by Samford. And wouldn't it sting if after getting knocked out on their home floor in the semis, they come back in the championship and lose to that same Samford Bulldog team. But wouldn't it be sweet for the senior Michaela Reeser, who will go down as one of the best to ever play for Samford. She has tied the Samford all-time kills record with the swing that punctuated the third set. What a career it's been. 4 times all-conference. She was all freshman, and then last 3 years has been first team all-conference. What does Furman have to do to stay in this match?
They just have to pass better in serve receive. I'm sure Michelle Young talking to her squad right now, they've got to be able to run their offense. If they pass poorly, they only have one option, and Samford too tough of a defensive squad, they will shut down that attack for Furman.
Two coaches who used to work together. Dex Schroeder was a 4-year assistant under Michelle Young for Furman before getting the head job at Samford. Both have taken their squads to one NCAA tournament. And for the Paladins, they have been so close a couple of different times. In fact, if you ask Michelle Young about 2 years ago, the 5-set loss to the College of Charleston, it still stings. It'll be the Paladins with the serve to begin the fourth, and the freshman Meg DeMar. Bognar turned away. Bognar enters this set with 16 kills. Furman grabs the first lead of the set.
Reeser swinging on that ball from the backcourt, just didn't clear the net.
Kept alive by Fisher. Steady start to this set for DeMar. Fisher swings long. We're even at a point.
Great job on both sides, playing nice defense, keeping their ball in play. That time Fisher just swinging a little too long on the ball.
Fourth-year player, the senior Chelsea Carter, missed it long. This has not been a game typical for Chelsea Carter.
She's used to staying at that back line much longer than that.
Russell evens this set.
Russell taking advantage of every opportunity right now. She's got 4 kills, no errors, hitting 500.
Little bit of a scramble there at the net. 3-2 Furman here, fourth set. Top-seeded Paladins need this one to stay alive.
Gregory doing a nice job being big at that net.
Bognar had to stay behind that line. The dive is unsuccessful on the attempt from Shermer. It's a 2-point lead in the set.
Again, Gregory trying to get her Furman Paladins pumped up.
Fisher gives one back, missed it long.
Coach Young said Fisher already has a job in hand for when she graduates.
It's always good, especially in this day and age. I hear the job market's not that easy out there right now.
It's always nice. That's a good confidence builder as well. One less thing to worry about.
Right now they're worried about an NCAA tournament trip. That's what's on the line. Pfeiffer, Reeser. And it's Russell who finishes off the point. We're tied.
Nice job by Russell to actually go back across her body. That is tough to do as a middle. Her power shot is to left back. So she has to turn and swing across her body to the right back position.
Maddie Newson puts one into the net. And if you're just joining us, that has been the major issue for Samford today. Service errors for the Bulldogs. Pushing up towards 15 now. Despite it, they've got a 2-1 lead. Russell turned away. Big, powerful swing. It's blocked away by the Paladins.
Nice job by Holland to press. Russell had some power to that ball.
Here's Reeser again, missed that one wide left. She's had a couple of cracks at the record in the last few points. but it's a 7-4 lead for the Paladins.
And Frappier, where she's playing defense, has her foot on the line. She knows that ball is out if it's to her right.
And there's the record. 11th kill of the match. 1,618 for her career.
Go down as one of the best in Samford history.
You know, the only thing she cares about right now is one more set in the pocket of the Bulldogs and an NCAA berth. They trail it by 3 now here in the 4th.
Jo Wilkes, I like to see that from her. I wish she would do it more. Go up and take that second ball.
Wilkes with the serve, Reeser. And the kill for Kristen Sikora, true freshman out of South Lake, Texas.
One of the things Coach Young said about Sikora is that she was excited about her future with this program.
Missed it long. That was long from the moment it hit her hand. It's a 10-5 lead. And a timeout for the Bulldogs.
Deck's trying to settle his squad down right now. Young telling them to keep that momentum.
Timeout on the floor. Paladins' lead is up to 5, needing this set to stay alive. ...2008, only other time the Paladins have been to the NCAA tournament. They have come in on a 10-match winning streak to this championship and are the top seed, but trail by a set. Point for the Bulldogs, it's 10-4 now, Furman.
Bolander has to be a little bit stronger up there on that block.
Here's Reeser, they're attacking with her, and it's another point for the Bulldogs. She's got the last 2.
Reeser, beautiful cross-court shot. DeMar just too far deep in order to make any play on that ball.
Early on, Samford was attacking with Bognar. Now they're going back to Reeser. Foot comes back for the Paladins, this one again from Sikora.
Sikora trying to provide a spark for her team and keep them up in this set.
It's really the first time we've heard from her today. These last 2 recent kills. DeMar digs out the swing from Reeser. Another nice dig from DeMar. Point for the Paladins.
DeMar, beautiful. Beautiful pass, beautiful defense, covering her hitters. Great job.
You thought Samford was picking on DeMar a little bit earlier in the match. She seems to have settled down a bit.
And you know what? That's a good game plan because she is a freshman.
Greenwald barely got that one over. Reeser steps into one, and it's a point for the Bulldogs. We are hearing loudly now from the senior Reeser.
And one of the things that Samford's doing right now on free ball plays is speeding up their offense. She's going to hit a first tempo ball, basically giving her a one-on-one opportunity to put that ball away.
14 kills now in the match for Reeser. And going back to the Paladins, that's the freshman Poland.
One of the things you don't see very often is a middle blocker passing to attack, and Holland did a great job of doing that.
That's Mites, junior out of St. Louis. Came into the match with 199 kills and has 9 more of them here today. Gregory finishes the point. 5-point lead for Furman.
Credit Wilkes on that transition with finding Gregory. She hasn't been doing that a lot, which is setting her in transition, but Gregory just doing a 2-step approach, but being available to her setter.
Freshman Russell rises and plants one down.
Russell listed as 5'10". Not sure she's as tall as that, but she sure does hit a nice high ball. Great reach.
14-10 Paladins. Paladins have not trailed in this set. Reeser from the back wins the point for the Bulldogs to get them within 3.
Furman struggling just a little bit on serve receive. Again, that was one of the keys that we talked about, is the ability to pass the ball up and have 3 options on the attack.
Greenwald goes down the line with that serve. Fisher comes back with the swing and the point for the Paladins.
Pfeiffer just not able to land and play that ball.
Timeout on the floor. Paladins haven't trailed in this set, trying to even this thing, send it to a deciding 5th set. Furman has led by as many as 5 in this set. A couple of different times they've led by 5 in this set. Trying to offset a strong showing from Michaela Reeser. 15 kills after being relatively unheard from in the first set. No coincidence that that's the set the Bulldogs lost. Fisher serves it up for the Paladins. Sikora again. What a set it's been for the freshman.
I could probably say that she just threaded that ball through the block. I thought there was no way that she had a good angle on that ball.
She's the hot hand now. 3 kills in the match, all of them in this set. Russell gets it back for the Bulldogs.
Gregory upset with herself. She doesn't like to get used on the block. Very strong up front.
Here's Sikora again. Why not? Keep feeding the freshman from South Lake, Texas, the ball.
Carter telling her block right there to close it. Close that block. It is very tough to play defense when there is a hole in the block, and they rely on her to cover a great deal of court.
Russell missed it long. Largest lead of the set, it grows to 6. And the Bulldogs take a timeout. They have won 4 of the last 5 points. And we haven't seen this face from Dex Schroeder even in the first set when he took an early timeout.
Dex Schroeder is a very animated coach. It's how he gets his players to play with such passion. But being a very successful coach with that coaching style.
And sometimes that doesn't always work, but obviously it's worked out for Schroeder. 153 wins in 7 years. He won 4 North Division titles before the SoCon abandoned the divisions. And he's got his team in the championship for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. Interesting, the difference in styles for two people who used to work together. Schroeder, who used to work under Michelle Young. She's very calm, getting her point across.
Most of the time as a head coach, you don't want an assistant coach that mimics your coaching style. I think you get a lot out of the dichotomy of a fiery and fierce coach with a very mellow but passionate coach, such as Michelle Young.
The good cop, bad cop thing?
Sometimes, yes. Yep.
Sometimes it works in parenting, which I've heard is something like coaching, although I've never been in coaching.
That's a great analogy.
Here's Reeser. Big swing and a dig. That's a miss hit. Sikora plays it back in. Samford will settle things down with a swing from Russell. Sikora finally turned away. First time they've turned away Sikora. Samford's within 5.
I would have gone back to Sikora as well. Credit Piper on the block.
Miss hit leads to a clean swing from Mites. Couldn't capitalize. But they will here. Reeser comes up to bring the Bulldogs within 4.
Reeser just is unstoppable right now, and she's just got such a nice demeanor about her on the court. Really keeping her Samford Bulldogs in this match.
Samford leads it 2-1. They've won the last 2 sets. Go back to Reeser. Yes! Reeser again. Freshman DeMar called for that one. It's the longest rally of this set. Bognar keeps it alive for the Bulldogs. Reeser turned away. Reeser, instead of the big powerful swing, places one down in the court. Back-to-back points for the senior Reeser.
When you establish yourself as a hitter, and she's just been going up so strong, great time to throw in a chip shot or a roll shot. Right there, the replay just catches Frappier on her heels, unable to make a play on that ball.
So out of the Samford timeout, the Bulldogs have won 3 straight points. Dex Schroeder has calmed slightly, and Furman has taken a timeout here.
Furman doesn't want to let Samford back into this ball game.
The first 2 sets, the lead never changed hands. Furman won the first one, Samford won the second. In the 3rd set, Samford jumped out to a large lead. Furman was able to claw its way back into it before falling in the 3rd set, 25-22. And here in this set, Samford has not led. Trailed by as much as 6 on 2 different occasions.
One of the things I want you to notice, when they line up along the net, they have to give space between all of the blockers at the net, but they always do line up strategically to see if they can obscure the view back to the server.
Here's Holen turned away. Mikes was there. So was Reeser. 4 straight points for the Bulldogs.
Nothing like a block to give your team a little bit of energy.
This becomes a critical point right now for Furman.
I agree.
Watch the set.
Somehow try and slow the momentum of the Bulldogs. Mikes with a miss hit. Sakura, who's been the hot hand. Pfeiffer plays it back. Reeser from the back. Again, it's Reeser. Fisher got it. Big point for the Paladins. Their 6-point lead had closed all the way down to 2.
Fisher, nice job on the backcourt. Taking some off and just placing that into the corner. And then she's got to like what she sees, too.
A little bit out in front of Reeser. She had nothing to do with that one.
Again, trading blocks right there. Holen very excited about that point.
A low set for Reeser and a chance here for the Paladins. Sakura finishes off the point. 3 straight now for the Paladins.
Nice job by Sakura. She is really going up strong. Strong swing, strong approach.
Wouldn't you know, it's been the freshman who didn't have a kill in the first 3 sets, who's come up with 5 of them here in the 4th.
Michelle Young's got to be excited about the future that this young lady has for her program.
How about another? Sakura again. They're 3 points away from sending us to a 5th set.
The smile is growing wider on her face.
Both teams have played a 5-setter in this tournament, but both were down 2-0 before coming back to win. Strong swing from Reeser. That is her 18th kill of the match.
Former player of the year. First team all-conference honors this year.
Good serve from Pfeiffer. Started that scramble, and Reeser nearly finished it. Samford riding their veteran Reeser as Furman uses the momentum from their freshman Sakura here in this set. Miscommunication, a free point to the Bulldogs.
Wow. You hardly ever see that happen, especially in a tournament final. Michelle Young trying to calm her team down.
Veteran team, too. They returned 12 letter winners from last year's team. Reeser. Tell you what, DeMar's had a great set as well. Another point for the Bulldogs, however. 3 straight for them. Look out for the Bulldogs. It's become a set of runs. 3 straight for them now.
Don't expect anything different in this conference tournament finals.
Bognar from the back. Holen got the point. Furman's within 2 of the 4th set.
Smart decision making by their setter, Joe Wilkes. Holen, way to fight that play out.
This has a chance to be our 3rd 5-set championship match in the Southern Conference in the last 4 years. Reeser and the Bulldogs trying to end it right here. They're within 3.
Bierman back into the match. for her defense.
Reeser puts one into the net. Didn't expect to see that, as well as she's played, to give Furman 4 set points here. Greenwald turned away. And Bognar wins the point for the Bulldogs, keeping them alive in the set.
A shot by Bognar to use and abuse on the block, keeping her Bulldog squad alive.
Michelle Young knows she's got to get the ball out of the hands of Chelsea Carter in order to win this set. Good serve creates that opportunity. The free ball for Bognar. It's a 2-point set.
And I know Dex wants Chelsea Carter on the end line, serving tough. If anybody, it would be Chelsea Carter.
Well, it hasn't been her best service match of her very distinguished career, but that was a big one for her. Timeout for Furman here. Trying to close off the 4th set, send us to a deciding 5th set. Samford won this championship in 2011. They were in the championship match again last year, but they were turned away. They were swept on Furman's home floor by Georgia Southern in their final year in the Southern Conference. Reeser part of the all-tournament team, all smiles there, even though it didn't go Samford's way. As Reeser fires up the players on the floor, Dex Schroeder has a couple of extra words for his senior Chelsea Carter, who now heads back to serve. 2 more set points for the Bulldogs, for the Paladins. Picking on DeMar. Fisher. Back to Bognar. They're within 1.
They're clawing and inching their way.
Carter goes right back at the freshman DeMar. Played this one well, leads to the swing from Fisher. It's blocked down for a tie. 4 straight points for the Bulldogs. 4 set points turned away.
Michelle Young up off the bench.
No timeouts remaining for either team here in this set. Powerful serve from Carter. Bognar finishes it off. Match point for the Bulldogs.
Carter telling her squad to finish this set, finish this match. Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Just long.
Wow. That was either going to be an ace or an error. Let's look at that point again.
Ooh. Tough to let that one go in that situation. Match point. And they've got another match point coming as the freshman makes it 26-25.
Nice job by Russell for her 8th kill of the match.
Sophomore Greenwald to serve. They go to Bognar. Another chance for Samford. Bognar. 4th swing for him, and it's turned away. Furman stays alive, staving off their 2nd match point.
Jo Wilkes going back to her middle. Her bread and butter. if you will, Gregory. Gregory coming up big on that point.
Furman led this set 22-16. They also led it 24-20 until Chelsea Carter took over the reins. Pushed over by Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer's given Samford their third match point. And it'll be Newson to serve. Sikora, the freshman. Carter with the dig. And Reeser punctuates her senior season with a championship kill. The Bulldogs are going back to the NCAA tournament. What a job by the Bulldogs. Coming back from 6 points down in the set, staving off 4 set points. The emotion from Dax Schroeder in the huddle and his 2 seniors right there. Chelsea Carter, Michaela Reeser. The 2 of them so impactful, recovering from 4 set points and on their 3rd championship point. It is so fittingly Reeser who puts a bow on this Southern Conference tournament. We'll take a timeout, bring you back to Fleming Gymnasium after this. Samford headed back to the NCAAs. What guts shown by the Samford Bulldogs. Their roller coaster season ends as high as their roller coaster has been all year. Hard to believe this team lost 4 straight matches before finishing the regular season with a win, because they have now won 4 straight. And the medal they showed in the 4th set, trailing not only 22-16, but 24-20 to come back and win this thing 28-26. Here's our Geico play of the match. Easy to pick this one out, Carolyn. It is your match winner.
Who are they going to go back to? But one of the players that got them here, Michaela Reeser.
Another look at the 20th kill of the match for Reeser. And it couldn't have ended in a better way for Samford. The all-time kills leader who set the record in this match comes away with her 20th of the match to send the Bulldogs back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2011. They dropped the first set, but the second-seeded Bulldogs come back and win 3 straight sets. After the heartbreak of last year in the championship, they are champions in 2014. On to the NCAA tournament, where they will represent the Southern Conference well. For Carolyn Eisberg and our entire crew, great job today. I'm Darren Goldwater. So long from UNCG, and congratulations to the Samford Bulldogs.